much as this episode may turn out to go a certain way,
Yeah.
this is also kind of like a perfect example of like what this podcast should be.
Mm.
And it's really just getting into what did we watch as kids?
Yeah.
Why did we watch it? And a lot of times, kid brain,
Kid brain dumb.
maybe a little dumb, maybe a little easily
Manipulated?
impressed. I was gonna say manipulated, but I don't know. I mean, they definitely were manipulating us. They was selling them Yu-Gi-Ohs. They was selling them Pokemons and all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot more blatant in the '80s with the Transformers and all that. But man, oh man, sometimes you see something as a kid and you'll watch it again as an adult, and you maybe find out, was I too easily impressed?
Maybe. Kid brain, everything's good because you don't know anything yet. So
Until maybe a certain movie comes along and shows you, wow, movies can be bad.
movies can
More
be
on that in
bad.
a later episode for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But as an example, as the kid brain, the dumb brain, and this
Mm.
was like, oh my god, I really hope I haven't said this on the pod before, but
Feel like
this
you
was,
have.
I don't know, this was me at like 11, 10 years old. I don't know, when we first got our first computer, a little gateway with the cow and everything.
Ooh.
I remember looking at, and I can't even remember what it was. It was some sort of merch,
Mm-hmm.
something, something that would come in the mail,
Yep.
and just looking at, oh, it's this much, how much would shipping be? And it said like plus $5 ups. And I was like,
Mm.
what is ups?
Mm.
Like, what would it be $5 ups? Is that because like more money? So the price goes up and all that? And it wasn't until
Mm. Mm-hmm.
3, 4 months later, I was
So you
like,
were gonna say years, so
no.
that's good.
It might have been a year. I honestly
Oh
don't know. I mean, kid
no.
brain, young Eddie, that brain was not processing long-term memories.
Mm-mm.
But I realized, wow, that's a UPS.
Ooh, that's rough.
And sometimes that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, how's it going, everyone? Sho-Dependent podcast. Welcome back. What up, what it is, and what it do.
Woo!
We out here spring cleaning.
We really are, actually.
Not just in our abode.
Our dwelling.
Not just physical things, but also mental things, I think.
I'm trying.
It's always good not only to break a physical, but a mental sweat.
I'm
And
not good at that
and
part,
it's always good
but
to clean out your docile, yes,
mm-hmm.
but also clear your mind.
Okay.
One way we can do that is by maybe going back, re-examining the things that we saw as a youth and being like, do I still need this in my mind?
We can delete some
Or
information.
can we let this go?
We surely could get rid of some things, right?
We could. We definitely could. We might could today.
I really hope to.
Who knows? Because, man, oh man, we got to think. But before we get there, number one in our hearts, number one in your hearts as well, the embodiment of my soul. We got Buddy up in this.
There he is. Turkey mode.
And Buddy was just, he had himself a time. We'll talk about it in a second. But Buddy was locked in for a little bit of this one. Locked in,
yeah,
ready to do it.
You know, they say cats have like the mind of like a 2-year-old. So
maybe the perfect demographic for this thing.
maybe.
But other than Buddy, you got Eddie right here.
Hi, Eddie.
What's up? I'm trying to clean. I'm trying to get rid of things. I've probably said it before. I'm gonna say it again.
Simultaneously, we love buying things. This is very hard.
I mean, I hate capitalism. I love consuming.
I love to eat.
I love to buy a thing, sip on a drink, maybe 3 a day. Who knows?
Who knows?
I also really, really love having stuff, but I also love throwing it away. In my heart of hearts, in my mind of all minds, I've seen like the minimalism documentaries.
Yeah.
There was one very formative, like 10 years ago when I saw it, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have like 5 shirts, 3 pants, 2 shoes.
How am I going to pack
Xbox.
Excess underwear if I don't have excess underwear, honey?
Exactly.
I can't
You just
do
gotta
it.
pack all your undies.
I have to say, real quick, interjection. When I was traveling recently, I did pack the perfect amount of underwear. I
Nice.
had just enough.
Just enough to
And
get
it's not
home.
because I pooped my pants repeatedly. It was just the right
I
amount
was
that I needed.
losing them hour by hour. Barely made it home before the last pair
I was going
disintegrated.
through them like pieces of gum.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm. But yeah, everyone, I think everyone, but especially men, because we're dumb, gets hit with
Mm.
the minimalism bug
Yeah.
at one point in their life, and I've been there. But I don't know. We need stuff.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm here. I'm not a minimalist,
No,
but it's a cool idea.
we're trying. It's fun.
And my beautiful, gorgeous other half. Her
Yeah.
name is.
Kayla. Hello, everybody.
And what you got for us here today,
Oh
huh?
boy, today do I have a thing? I'll tell you what, it is a very obscure thing.
It feels, yeah. It feels
It was hard
obscure
to
and also
find.
popular. Well, yeah, we got it on YouTube for
Mhm.
free, which is
Wow.
normally it's an interesting thing where it's like it's on YouTube. It's accessible to pretty much anyone who
Yeah,
has YouTube unless like
but you have to know to look for
but you
it.
got to know to look for it
Mhm.
and normally when things are free on YouTube, it's also kind of a sign like, "Ah, this is old and not a lot of people are talking about it."
Mhm. But today we are going to be talking about The Wind in the Willows, which is a children's book by the British novelist Kenneth Grahame, which
Ah,
was first published in, wait for it,
hidden.
this is going to kill the Gen Z listeners, 1908.
Oh.
That's right. Truly the
Oh yeah,
1900s.
real hard.
Very early. And it tells a quote unquote story.
We'll see about
I
that.
don't know. It feels more like a bunch of random nonsense about a mole, a rat, more specifically a water rat, and a badger as they try to help their friend Mr. Toad. Um, that guy is a real
That
weirdo.
guy a freak. At
Not
first,
a fan.
at first, he was like cool, maybe certified freak,
No.
but no,
No,
he's
more
just
he just needs to be institutionalized.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
needs some
and he does.
he needs something. But this novel was based off of bedtime stories that Kenneth Grahame told his son Alistair.
Oh wow,
Alistair,
I'm
depending
assuming
on how you
so.
want to pronounce it.
But
But
The Wind in the Willows received negative reviews upon its initial publication.
gee, I wonder why.
Right, oh, and
Sorry.
they were right. This is one of those where it's like they were right. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why this thing got popular.
Yeah.
But like I said, it has since become a classic of British literature. It was listed at number 16 on the BBC's survey, The Big Read, and has been
Mm.
adapted many, many, many times into many different forms of media, mostly like movies, though, TV
Yeah.
movies. So today, we're going to do one of those many adaptations. As a matter of fact, we're doing The Wind in the Willows, 1995, which is a British animated TV film
Mm-hmm.
directed by Dave Unwin and written by Ted Walker, obviously based on the novel. It was produced by the TVC, television cartoons in London, foggy old London town.
Mm.
And it also, like, it's interesting. I'm assuming that some of the other versions didn't do this, but
Yeah.
this has like intro, outro sequences and little narration in
Mm-hmm.
between of like live action real people.
Yeah.
Specifically Vanessa Redgrave. I'm assuming I don't really know
Popular
who
in
she is.
foggy old London town.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's kind of like a Mary Poppins type. I don't know, but she's like telling the story to her grandchildren.
Sure.
And then it's like, oh, does a little boo loo 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 loo. We're
Ooh.
animated now,
Look at that.
but not them, the
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah,
But
not the literal live human beings, but
are there people? Are there not? Well, you have to wait and see.
mhm. It's a meet cute baby. It's how we met this thing.
Villains! Scoundrels! I'll have the law on you! I'll get you, I will! You rotters! You villains! Poop. Poop.
1995.
Yep, I remember it like it was just
I
yesterday.
don't think you do.
No, literally yesterday, because yesterday at
Oh.
the time of recording was the first time that I saw this movie,
Mm.
1995's The Wind in the Willows.
Mhm.
I think I had seen some pictures of it and heard the name of the book. Obviously, Kayla like had said The Wind in the Willows.
Yeah.
I want to say obscurely, and it could just be a different thing that also has like a badger, but I want to say for a long time I had a picture of maybe something from this book, maybe
Mm.
the sequel, Because it's like a badger turned around and he's like, bah, yelling at people behind him,
Okay.
other animals who have like, I don't know, they got like pitchforks and stuff. So I don't know if it's this. But if
Okay.
it is, then maybe I've unknowingly had something related to this as like a meme
The
pick.
British do work their way into American media.
Yeah. But other than Kayla bringing that up and maybe that obscure meme,
And when I
and
bought the book, I was like, I watched this movie as
oh,
a kid. And you're like, cool, whatever.
and I was like,
I don't care.
Anyways, check out this meme.
Mhm.
It's a frog on a unicycle.
Oh shit, it's that boy.
Oh Lord. But anyways, um, and as a little foreshadow,
Mm,
maybe not too surprising, with what we're about to say in this episode, but I somehow missed this story entirely.
mhm.
Was not something that I remember anyone remembering fondly or bringing up at any time. If a little Eddie somehow was exposed to this in school, little Eddie definitely forgot.
Mm,
But man, I gotta be honest, the initial reaction, which of course was yesterday at time of recording,
mhm.
TOR,
4.
my initial reaction for this little meet cute is if the wind in the willows tried to get my attention on the street, maybe we're crossing paths and wind in the willows like 5 yards away, and it's like, oh, Eddie,
Mhm.
Eddie. I would definitely like look away immediately, act like I never heard them say my name and flee the scene.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
more on that in a bit.
There you go. Well, um I don't know how or why, but we owned this VHS in my house and I I don't know, I had a very unusual fascination with this movie. Um, and honestly, it was probably the same thing that Buddy went through, which was just like, there are animals on the screen, and everything's kind of chill
Yeah.
most of the time. I'll watch this, I guess.
I got 2-year-old brain.
But I remembered a lot of the scenes upon rewatching, and it was surprising to me that the film itself was just as scattered as my recollection. So I essentially remember the entire movie.
Hmm.
Just thinking that, oh, well, there's probably like an overarching narrative. No, it's just it's loosely sewn together pieces.
Isn't it funny how our
Reminds me of
brains
like
do
a
that?
very holy sweater.
Yeah, or like remembering a dream.
Uh huh.
It's like sometimes, well, and this is why like eyewitness testimonies are not even really like
No.
relied upon super
Mm-mm.
much anymore. That's the sentence I went with.
Excellent
Is
work.
it's funny how our brains can connect the dots and make things more linear and better,
We fill in
and
blanks.
then they sometimes are because my God.
Yeah, but I don't know why I liked this movie so much as a kid. Maybe it's because they were talking in funny accents and it made me feel fancy. And I was like, oh, I'm an intelligent 5-year-old. I don't know how old I was when I was watching this. It came out the year I was born. So not I was not super old,
Hmm.
but I do remember it quite a bit. But it made me feel fancy, and today it just made me feel okay, let's get into it and talk about why. Getting to know each other. Meow.
Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life.
Okay, real quick, before we thrash this thing to pieces,
Whoa.
maybe we'll
Whoa.
see. Will this be a pinata episode? I don't know.
Oh, I like
But um the immediate nostalgia upon hitting play
that.
on this was crazy because the soundtrack is very good. That's probably
Sure.
the only good part of this movie
One of
is
very
the
few
music.
moments.
It's very, I don't know, wistful and soothing
Yeah.
and I don't know, just good energy
Yeah.
with a really chaotic thing attached to it.
My God.
Oh boy. All right, get into it, hon.
Well, right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
our first main header, all caps, and really my first question
Yeah.
when this film concluded, as I was wiping sleep from my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
is what the hell?
Yeah.
Now I'm not
Mhm.
sure where to start with this, other than saying, "Wow, that was a film."
Yeah.
Maybe
Technically.
maybe open question mark close parentheses. That was a film
Mm.
that Kayla made me watch, and I'm not sure
Why do
how.
you make it sound like I had a gun to your head?
Well,
Like
because you're the one who chose it, so you kind of had the
I had the
metaphorical.
power.
You had the podcast mic like held
Mm-hmm.
to my head, like you will
What do
make
you
an
think?
episode out of
What do
this.
you think?
You're gonna figure this out, and you're gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Joker. It's like his bang gun, but
Oh yeah,
instead
yeah.
of a bang flag,
hmm
it's a microphone.
Yep, and it just you click it and it starts recording. I'm like, oh,
Oh
I must
God.
create content. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not even sure. It feels like something that's like, why was this even made? How was this
I
even greenlit?
100% agree.
Let's also start with this. The film
Mhm.
made me super confused
Yes.
to the point of exhaustion. As
Mm-hmm.
after a certain point, which was honestly, it was about like 20 minutes in, I was already reaching, like, I didn't click it, but I was reaching for, like, I'm gonna press this to see how much time is left, but I didn't do it
I was
because I didn't
impressed.
want to be rude.
That's okay.
But I was like, is there a plot? Are they ever going to get to a plot? How
Mm,
much longer will this go
mm.
on? And why am I so tired? It felt a lot like,
Oh
funny
no.
enough, another Kayla Pick episode.
This is
Veggie.
him just saying she's bad at this, you guys.
No, not bad, but well, I think we'll
Painful?
maybe get there.
Mm.
It's just you had some interesting likes as a
I
child,
I consumed some media.
and there are definitely things that I mean, adult Eddie and young and little Eddie would definitely not go after.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt a lot like the Veggie Tales, where I was just so checked out that my body did the rare thing, very rare for Eddie,
Very rare.
where it said, my body looked at myself, my
Mm.
brain looked at me and said, Eddie, this is a good time for you to take a rest. There's nothing. I know you don't like to miss out on things and you're busy and you
Mhm.
want to do a million things, but right
Just
now,
go to
sir,
sleep.
fam, you need this. You
Did
need
your
this.
head start bobbing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I was out there fighting, and I felt it after. We were in bed watching TikToks, and I was nodding off. And then as soon as you fell asleep and I came out here and did my
You're like,
Resident Evils, I
"Damn."
was wide awake. But it's just
Honestly,
like I was just out of it.
see, we can pitch this as a sedative film.
I mean, it's good. I've honestly, and maybe I was gonna say this later, but I'll just say now. This is might be best suited for like the vet office.
Oh,
Put it on
yeah.
in the rooms because Buddy had himself a little
He was
time.
locked in.
He was locked in for the longest time.
I've never seen him lock in that long on a movie.
No.
When we put like the cat TV like bird feed,
Yeah.
he watches
It's
that
similar to
sometimes.
that though, because it had the
Yeah.
soundtrack had like bird sounds, and there was not too much going on
Animated
other than that.
creatures.
Yeah, little animals moving around. Buddy's attracted to that.
He
He's like,
is.
oh, this is like a cartoon version of Buddy TV. This is
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, but like you were saying, I don't know how we're supposed to do a episode on something that feels so chaotic.
Yeah, and it was funny because after we watched it, you
Ugh.
immediately were like, we don't have to do that. Like, we,
I was like, no,
how are we even
no.
going to do an episode
We don't
on
have to
this?
create content on this. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, it was kind of, and it did feel that way, but I was like, but there's something here.
Yeah.
There is something here.
I don't know
There's
what it
something-
is.
Well, for one, like you said, it's chaotic. This TV movie is chaotic, so we may as well jump around a little bit
Mm-hmm.
in our own episode and kind of just get to these things. That being said, not going to discuss many of the plot points because there's hardly any
There's barely a
to
plot.
begin with,
Mm-hmm.
and just go with more broad questions and
Yeah.
feelings. And question number one, I think the most important one, which was I was like, we could at least talk about this and go somewhere with this.
Sure.
Because again, this is like what we wanted this podcast to be. I
Mhm.
know a lot of times, I'm sure there's some listeners out there that are like, are they just going to be show dependent on everything that
Yeah.
they do? Because most of the time we're like either show enamored or show dependent because we still love these things.
Yeah.
It's been kind of very few far in between where we're like, maybe young Eddie was stupid. And this thing
and
actually
young
sucks.
Kayla maybe was a bit dumb as well.
But the number one question I think the world wants to know, I know I definitely want to know, is why? I need you to explain yourself and answer why is this important? What
Yeah.
possibly could Lil Kayla,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
what did you get out of this?
I don't know, but like contemporarily, I can't really tell you why this made it into the canon The only thing that would it was the 90s, okay? Sometimes VHSs just pop up in your house.
They did just kind of
They just were
appear.
like, here you go. It was one of those.
It came with the house.
I think it may have. I don't know. But it feels. This is like if Winnie the Pooh was bad.
Oh, no.
You know?
Yeah.
Because at least Winnie the Pooh, there's like a moral and like you learn something. This is just like, nature's really cool, bro. Have you ever considered that there's a tweaked out toad that loves riding in motor cars and
Be
causing
interesting,
chaos?
wouldn't it?
What about an incompetent mole, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
You ever
No?
want to see just like a rat kind of go out on the water
Mhm.
and then be like, oh,
A single father otter who
yeah.
wears a bathing suit, but his baby doesn't.
No, and I mean, some parents do that, and
Some
I find it
babies,
very weird.
just walk around naked, and
I'm
I
not
don't
a
like
fan.
it.
I hate it.
Cover
Mhm.
that thing up. Also, make your kids wear shoes when they're
Oh
outside.
my god.
We saw a person like out in
Oh
the
jeez.
streets
Yeah.
barefoot on a scooter, and I was like,
Yeah.
put some shoes on. Anyway, that the only reason I think this movie was in our possession was it was vaguely like Winnie the Pooh. Maybe
Yeah.
I liked Winnie the Pooh a lot. I still do to this day. Winnie the Pooh is good. This is like something that's trying to be better and failing miserably.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean it's British, so is Winnie the Pooh. So
Yeah, maybe your parents were just like, we need some more British shit.
they were like,
She
let's
seems-
let her get fancy. Well, I kind of did. I had a really good vocabulary at a
Well,
young
there you
age,
go.
and maybe
Oh.
that's partially because of my
Mother?
exposure to.
Father?
I did not have an accent. I'm not one of these Peppa Pig kids.
Mayhaps we have some hash for breakfast?
Mother, may I have some more porridge, please?
Mother, more carrots?
Oh, shut up.
More carrots, Mother?
I did eat a lot of carrots. It was bad. The doctor told my mom to stop, and she had to cut me off. I turned orange. It was bad.
So funny. But here's some quick stuff, I
Yeah.
guess. So, and let's rapid fire some of these characters.
Let's do it.
And sort of, I don't know, salvage some
Okay.
characteristics
Yeah.
of these characters and what the hell.
Before we even get into it, I'm going to just tell you what I found on the internet, which was,
oh, yeah, you
what
did
are
a
you
little,
supposed to get out
did
of
a little
this?
bud search with
Yeah, I was like,
buddy.
and of course, because nothing is good anymore. AI was like, here's a generative list of like themes and stuff. The
Mm,
themes were nature,
fuck off.
forgiveness.
No.
Oh,
What? Where? Okay.
hey, calm down. And friendship. And that was kind of like it. That was it. That is all they gave us. And I said, no. I didn't get any of that out of it.
No,
So,
I don't see it. That's upsetting me.
Mm-hmm.
Nature?
I guess. I mean,
I
it
don't
was
even- I don't
pretty.
even
There
really
were pretty
think-
moments in the movie.
But I don't even really think the movie was about nature.
No.
Because they didn't like, go into like, ooh,
Like, this is why nature's
this is
important.
why nature's important. No, they were just like, here's some animals.
And here's the god Pan
Yeah, that
for
too.
some
Well,
fucking
he didn't
reason.
even do anything like nature. Like,
no, he was
kinda
just like, what's up, fam?
he was just kind of like, oh,
What up?
here's this naked baby. All right, see you later.
Not a human baby, an otter baby, but yes.
Baby nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
But here's some things. Ratty. Yes, his name is Ratty.
His name is Rat.
No, they call him Ratty. He's credited as Ratty.
Ew. Anyway.
He's a lot. He gets the call to go south randomly. He's like, I
Mhm.
feel the call of the wild. Birds go south. I'm a rat. I
I'm
should go
gonna
south
go-
too.
This extended scene of like,
Yeah.
I will be a pirate rat.
Which was annoying,
the
yeah.
hell?
And when he got that call to go south, one thing that I did love, because I just love this trope, cliche, outdated thing. I don't know, did people really do this? It seems like, at least in
Media.
fictional media, they did. He got the fucking stick with the blanket,
Yep.
like
Mhm.
tied up,
His bum
his
sack
little
or
sack
whatever
at
it's
the end.
called.
Yeah, his little, and he may as well have been hitchhiking, thumb out. And I always love, because they always just pack like a bottle of wine, a loaf of bread, just like a loaf of white bread, and like either a big block of cheese or like an apple. It's like, dog, what are you planning on killing yourself?
Maybe.
Because that's all maybe that is. It's just like, I need enough to get into the mountains, that way no one can find my body.
But here's the thing. Ratty's got the blicky on him, so
Yeah, then
he's
all of a
gonna
sudden
be okay.
all of a sudden he pulls out the hammer.
Why does a rat have a
I
gun?
don't know, but he
I'm
had it.
so
He was
confused.
ready for action.
Oh my gosh. Well, Ratty, I mean,
And he also operates on vibes.
he operates on vibes, but he's simultaneously like, I guess they're like tiered individuals, right? So we have Mole. He's kind of, I would argue, the main character of the
Yeah,
story.
we
He's
start
who we
off with
start
him.
with. And he is very much like literally underground because he is a
Sure.
mole. And he decides to unearth himself for the first time, which is crazy. And he just randomly makes friends with Rat. They made
Yeah.
it feel like they knew each other
They
already.
made it feel like they knew each other, even though it also made it feel like that was the first time he saw him.
So weird.
Which is very weird. And he just leaves his home and kind of just starts living with Ratty for some reason. But he also like randomly like fights over dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Like early on, he's just like, "Hey, Ratty, why don't I row the boat?" And Ratty's like, "Well, this is my boat, and I've been
Also,
rowing
you don't
this
know
whole
how to
time,
row.
and you know what to do." And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking drown you
I'm
for
gonna
it.
do it."
You're not gonna tell me
And
no."
then as soon as he almost drowns both of them, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry."
Speaking of being dumb, he also left the house randomly to like this is where I felt like maybe this is gonna be the plot.
You would think.
Is like because
You
they
would think.
introduce like, oh, that's the wild wood, and you should never go there, and
Yeah.
you should never go beyond the
Well,
wild
that's like
wood.
the traditional child like
Well, that's
fairy
how,
tale thing.
I don't know. That's
Don't
how
go
you
into the
like
woods.
craft a narrative and
Mhm.
create a plot with like stakes and you
Yeah.
know consequences. That way they can overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe having a call to adventure. Maybe you know go through I don't know a hero's journey
No,
with
it
Ratty.
was a call to stupidity. There was
Yeah.
absolutely no reason Mole needed to go out on his
They
own.
set this up only for Mole to be like, oh, I'm just gonna wander into the wildwood, get lost. Ratty's gonna come with the fucking hammer, not use it once. They're gonna encounter nothing of danger. They literally just start snowing and then they go home.
No,
like
they
nothing.
get to see
well,
Badger.
sure, but that doesn't. Who cares? Nothing happens.
No, other
There's
than
no
they're kind of
danger.
disoriented.
There's
for a
no
little bit.
danger. But before we get to those other guys,
Yeah.
number one, Ratty, Mole,
Yeah.
they were roommates.
They were roommates.
Perhaps best of friends.
They felt like best friends. Is this a frog and toad situation?
Is this
going on?
an Achilles and Hector? Achilles and Patroclus situation?
Is this a Bert and Ernie?
They were best friends. This is the best of friends, friends that dock each other. Perhaps enter each other just for warmth.
Maybe. Just for warmth.
Just for warmth.
Well, technically there was docking in this because Ratty does have a boat.
Bit of a metaphor.
There you go.
Interesting. Interesting. But are they?
I don't know how that works with different species.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you're not going to procreate regardless.
It doesn't
but
matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. Here's another really quick thing. There are essentially, I think there's one like kind of female character in this entire story.
Well, there's two.
Yeah.
If you're talking about it,
yeah,
but they're
two.
hardly characters. I
No,
would say
they're
there
like
are no female characters.
Yeah, they're like
because-
set pieces more than anything.
Yeah, they're there to move the plot along. They're just there. They don't even have names really.
No.
And of the main, like we're following animals. There are no female women animals anywhere. It's
Which
only
is an
dudes.
interesting choice.
It's dudes only. It's dudes night out.
Because even in like what I perceive to be more like traditional English stories, like in Peter Pan, you still like you have the Lost Boys and stuff and Peter, but there's still Wendy.
Yeah, we got Wendell's hanging.
Wendell's. I find maybe that's part of the dynamic that just was kind of weird. It's like,
The
what's
boys
going
club.
on here? We're all just dudes hanging out. I mean, I'm not against it, but I don't understand why.
I don't know. It was weird.
I don't know.
I don't really understand it. There's a distinct lack of understanding. Speaking of this, we got Toad, and he's
Oh my
again
God.
a weirdo. At first, I kind of liked him. He was proper. He kind of flew from interest to interest. I was like, this guy could be fun. But then he suddenly took a turn as
Yeah.
like a guy who will commit crimes to like get what he wants, which
Apparently.
is super cool. And in the end, he was just extremely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And what I find to be maybe one of the most egregious things of this, a complete and total sign of this man not knowing how to end a book,
Yeah.
and they in turn took it's literally from the book.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it. They decided, I mean, yeah, they put the people back in at the end and maybe salvage some sort of a whatever out of
Mm-hmm.
this. But they legitimately, after this toad has like been thrown in jail and stuff, which we'll talk about in a little bit,
mm-hmm.
um, he legitimately like comes back
Yeah.
and they're gonna have a dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the narrator legitimately says, and then Toad turned his life around, and then the story's over.
What the
We
hell?
don't see it happen. We don't see any sort of epilogue.
Mm-mm.
This man, like, classic show don't tell. No, they tell us and they don't show us anything, and they just see you later. I was like, "Are you
Boo.
serious?" I was
Tomato,
half
tomato,
asleep. I
tomato.
wanted this movie to end, and then that happened. I was like, "Are you
What the hell?
serious?
Yeah, it pisses you off.
Give me more."
You're like, why didn't I just, huh? I don't get it.
It's so dumb.
It seems like so much of the time. Okay, I was thinking this genuinely, and this isn't in our notes, but I was genuinely thinking about this as we were watching it, and I was like, what is this reminding me of? And I have never read The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings, but from what I
Hobbit too.
understand, there is a lot of sitting around talking and singing. And
Yeah,
it was like watching Lord of the Rings if they took out all the entertaining shit and only made it about like, hey,
random
we're
songs.
friends, right? Let me sing you a little song. But instead of songs, which are kind of entertaining and
Hmm.
fun in a children's film, it was just random poetry from Rat, which I was like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
right. That wasn't even that good. If I'm being
No.
honest, it made me feel nothing.
No.
There were a couple times where I thought they were about to sing and they didn't sing.
Mm-mm.
I was just like, dog, do
And the only person
something.
that sang was Toad, and it was hardly a song because it was mostly talking.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Literally do
Ugh.
anything, please.
They didn't.
Make me feel a thing. Make me have a
No.
whimsy. Make me not sleep.
No.
We got
Mm-mm.
we got fucking Badger, and this he's like he's the mean old guy from Home Alone, where he's actually he
Mm-hmm.
looks tough, but he's actually nice, and he's kind of here just to like be there.
He's like the dad
They
of the
go they
group,
go to
or
his
grandpa,
home
I guess.
after the snow, and he fucking like deputizes himself, and
Mm-hmm.
is like, "I'm the sheriff around these parts. Let's go catch Toad, our
Mm-hmm.
friend.
Yep.
Let's do like an intervention slash citizens arrest our
Mm-hmm.
friend." It doesn't work, and
No.
then he's just kind of there at the end
But
for the
he
whole.
wears cool outfits.
He does, but he's
He
just
be
there.
dressing.
He's just all right. I'm a badger. Other than that, we got Otter and his son Portly. They're in it for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, they're
Port
barely in it at all.
Portly's there to get lost.
He's cute.
Yeah, we got the little moment with Pan, and you're like, God forbid.
God forbid.
Oh, God
If
forbid,
this baby
Portly.
angel, if my baby Jane Doe is dead, I
Oh,
swear to God.
baby. Oh, my God.
It would
God.
be baby John Doe because he's a boy, but it's
That's
fine.
true. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But
ugh. Otter was cool. I wish he was in it for more of the movie because he seemed nice.
mm-hmm.
I was like, this
Mm-hmm.
man has something going on in his life other than sitting around a bachelor pad. He
Mm-hmm.
obviously like has a life. He's teaching his son how to swim, which
Yeah.
is cute. Um,
But you know what pissed me off?
what?
The one thing that I cannot stand, I think, in narratives at this point anymore, and I can't stand this for world building,
Oh, I
is
know where we're going.
twofold. Number one, a car flies by at one point, and I'm like, are there people in this? Was that just a human? Or was that a
Who
human
was
driving?
driving the
Or was
vehicle?
that an animal driving?
Mm-hmm. Is this a Zootopia
It
situation?
turns out there are people in this, which we'll talk about in a second. But worse than that for me is
Mm-hmm.
the whole fucking like, and I swear Kayla's talked about this
Yeah.
before. Can you talk about because
Yeah.
you tried to read the Wicked book?
Mm-hmm. So I made it decently. I would say I probably made it a third of the way into the Wicked book, like the first book in that series. And it got weird and I stopped. Um but there's a discrepancy within the Wicked universe of there are animals and then there are animals. So
Oh,
there's capital A animals, which are anthropomorphic, intelligent speaking animals, and then there are lowercase animals, which are just like traditional animals, how
right.
we interact with them. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, similar to that. This fucking TV show
Book.
masquerading as a movie, as a film,
Mhm.
does the same thing.
Yeah.
Where we get introduced to these animals and then all of a sudden we're just like, here's a horse. It's a horse.
You think this horse can talk? Nay.
You've seen nothing but talking animals, but this horse, that's
Just
just
not
a
a
horse.
word.
And it actually obeys
Mhm.
the other animals who
frogs.
can talk.
The toad.
And then we also see, I think, ducks. That are just ducks.
But the rabbits, they talk.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're like, oh, fuck that fucking. We should have listened to the
I was
rabbits.
like, it's not a mammal thing. Like, it's not a mammal rule.
No.
Because a horse is a mammal.
Yeah, you're right.
But ducks aren't. So I'm like, who gets to be
It just
alive?
upsets me because I'm just like, no, you
in this
need
way.
you need to commit to one. I don't like this whole because
It's like freaking Pluto and Goofy all over
I
again.
don't like this shit.
Just let the dogs be like people or not.
Either commit to everyone's anthropomorphized or there's not. And then they throw humans in as
Which
like
are
this
ugly
actually
as
exists.
sin, by the
so
way.
then this also just makes it even worse for me because now the humans because
Oh no, you guys, he's getting so heated. Take a breath. It's okay.
the humans
Yeah.
have human laws.
Correct.
We are humans. We have
Human
laws
society
and shit.
is like
and we
the
got
exact
society
same.
and all that stuff. But there's also animals,
Mhm.
lowercase animals, who are just animals
That
and
are
follow
just
the
like-
laws of nature and
Mhm.
whatever. But also because this film's about nature, apparently.
Somehow.
We have uppercase, all capital
Mhm.
animals who can talk and all that, and who also like
Own property.
own property and follow human laws,
Mm-hmm.
which upset me because Toad,
Mm-hmm.
idiot that he is,
He's
steals
rich
a car.
as hell.
He's rich somehow. He has a job. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
He's
he's like
rich.
the offspring of some royal duke or
But
something.
he steals a car because he's like, fuck yeah, cars are wild. I also found myself wondering just IRL, like, is this how people reacted when they saw a car? That makes sense.
Yeah, probably.
They're like, that shit went fast as hell. I want to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes crazy for cars. He's
Yep.
cuckoo for automobiles.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mm-hmm. And he gets arrested, and the capital or uppercase animals follow human laws,
I guess.
and they can be arrested and like be thrown in jail and all
Mhm.
that by humans.
Yep.
So they seemingly like commingle,
It's like a weird Pokemon situation. If Pokemon could speak.
like Meowth.
Like Meowth.
I don't know. It just upset me because I was like, this
I
guy
don't
is
get
fucking
it.
flying by the seat of his pants.
No, I don't
No
like
wonder
fables
this
for
was just
reason.
like bedtime stories for a stupid fucking kid because this kid,
Mhm.
sorry, Alistair.
Sorry,
but
Alistair.
his
You were a
kid
child.
is just like, sure, that sounds great.
Cool.
He's not going to be like, Father, why did the
But-
animals follow human laws?
Yeah. Crazy. So strange.
It's just super dumb and I don't like it. And to keep things consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toad is fucking crazy. He gets thrown in jail, mostly for doing what?
I mean, he's just dangerous. Like,
Well, sure,
mean-
but he only got like 3 years for that.
yeah. Oh, yeah, because they break down like the sentencing and it's like, okay, you're reckless driving, and then he stole a vehicle,
Yeah.
and then the third and like I think it was like the longest
He got
sentence
15 years out
15
of
years.
the 20.
for cheek.
Mmm.
Talking back to a cop?
That's it.
Are you kidding?
You gotta follow fucking authority.
Also, I did love that we got to hear Toad say, "Oh no, the bobbies!"
He could have been so much fun.
But instead, he was too fucking crazy. They
Well,
pushed
yeah.
him way over the edge.
Yeah.
I'm like, I forgot how fucking bananas this kid is. But I was like, oh, he's like a Great Gatsby type,
Yeah.
like bigger than life, like
Oh,
very
he's
wealthy.
got an accent. Oh, I say.
Yeah, very silly dude. No, his silliness quickly became insanity, and that could not be
Yeah,
tolerated.
he legitimately became like
He's just
the
an egomaniac.
shitty
Mhm.
son of like the oil baron in town who's
Yeah.
like, I can fucking murder someone and get away with it.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna
It was like Billy Madison, but not fun.
Yeah. I mean, he was a dick at the beginning of the
I know,
movie.
but no, like Toad was like
Rewatching that, yeah, he
dangerously
was like as
insane.
if Billy Madison stayed Billy Madison from the first like
Yeah,
10
it
minutes.
became a full-blown
Yeah, he's
sociopath.
legitimately, yeah, he's like, my money will let me do whatever I
Mhm.
want. He is like the shitty rich kid, rich guy who's
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna go commit some crimes and
Mhm.
my papa's gonna get me out of jail.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want. You peons. But it turns out, no, because
Nope,
he's an animal
I guess.
and he gets thrown in jail.
And this lady gives him buttered toast every day. That's a lot of buttered toast, which looked delicious, by the way. Why
You
are animators so good at making food look divine?
I don't know, they gotta do something.
Oh, I love buttery bread,
It is pretty good.
especially when it's warm. They do
And
that classic like smell cloud thing, and it goes like in his nostril and out the other, and he's like, "Woo!" That's how I feel when I smell carbs. Oh, I get it.
all right, Oprah.
I love
I
bread.
love it. I love it. But I would just also another thing I'm going to complain about
Oh boy,
is
yeah.
I hate the proportions of this
Yes.
film. I hate it so
They're so
much.
inconsistent.
They are. And another thing that they just kind of, I don't really understand. The lady who's there to serve is like, I'm going to make this toad bread and I'm going to help him get out, I guess.
Sure.
She's like,
With
oh,
bribery, but yeah.
but it also doesn't. I feel like it didn't make sense, or maybe I was half asleep. So, but this movie doesn't make sense. He was
It's
like,
better when you're
he
half
was like,
asleep.
my grandma's got like grandma friends, and like they get together, and I have dresses of them, and then the next thing is like Toad just walking out dressed as a grandma, and it's like,
Huh?
how did she get him out of there? Like,
I don't
were
know.
there no guards? Did they just leave her? Why does he need that disguise if he can just walk out? This doesn't make sense. But also, they seemingly can't tell that this like 1 foot toad is not
How
a
common are
human.
toads? They don't seem very common.
They don't say we see one toad and
Mm-hmm.
throughout this whole film. And also, you know that humans are not this size
No.
because they decide for some reason to make the animals like super tiny.
Yeah, they're
And
like
granted, like,
kind of
yes, a
sort of
toad
regular size.
is very small compared to a human.
Yeah.
But in this fictional universe where you're trying to make us believe that a toad can disguise as a human grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the toad shouldn't be 1 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book,
Yeah.
he's not. He's more like 4 feet tall, which you can kind of get away with because people shrink and grandmas can be short.
Oh yeah, they can.
But I was just like, what is this garbage, dude? I just couldn't get past it. And this was the time where I was fading in and out. I was just fading in and out and seeing this toad commit crimes and like stealing. That boat was stupid, also.
Which boat?
The one boat at the end with the horse.
Oh yeah. With the barge woman.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you have to rely on a horse to pull you upstream,
Hmm.
why are we in the water? Okay,
How did
whatever.
they not all get robbed?
I know. Stealing that horse was like the easiest thing that Toad did.
Yeah.
He's like, if I could steal a car, I can steal a horse.
That was hardly a crime. That's like someone just puts out $100 on the street. It's like, well, I may as well pick it up.
It's like how you feel about kids with their bikes.
You damn right. You put it out there in public. Someone should take it at that point. It's only right.
This is now a public bike. Everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Good for you. It's
Go
like
ahead.
a public library.
Mhm.
Anyone can go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get to work? Here's a free bike for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not locked or anything. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you felt about that, but I was just like super upset. And it's kind of, just the movie just kind of pushed me to the point where it's just like,
God,
I
just
need this
turn
over.
this off. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. It's one of those things that it feels like and this is what happens when you're an English literature major. Sometimes you interact with stuff, specifically stories, and you're like, huh? And then you read like an academic dissertation or article on it, and you're like, oh, the symbolism of Toad can be found with. Shut the fuck up. This is a bad story. It's
Mm-hmm.
not worth looking into.
Mhm.
There's really no deeper meaning. Animals are cool. The end.
Pretty
What
much.
the fuck?
This is just and you kind of spoke on it a little bit, but I'm gonna return to it because we
Mm-hmm.
both also legitimately felt like, what am I even supposed to get out of this film?
I have
I
no
really
idea.
don't know what I was supposed to. To me, there was no lesson learned.
No.
There was nothing important enough or high stakes enough for me to feel any sort of like
Mm-hmm.
growth from,
No.
because the growth that they go with at the end of Toad figured it out, I don't accept.
No. Not
Because
at all. He would not have.
that's not
No.
how you end a narrative.
Not. No.
As like, it's legitimately The Simpsons with Poochie when he flies up and then like Poochie had to return home. It's just like they legitimately, this man didn't know what to do. His son
Mm-hmm.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
And
that's it. The
crazy.
end. What do we get out of this? What
I have
did you
no
get?
idea. I mean, like, I guess you could argue that there is kind of. I think we're supposed to feel kind of nostalgic for the home and like being grateful about like where you come from, but also simultaneously being willing to make yourself uncomfortable so that way you can experience new things. But don't go too far out of your comfort zone because then you might get eaten by ferrets and
Parrots.
weasels and stoats
Oh,
and
they said that, all that stuff that we didn't see.
which seemed, and I might be just, this is my exposure to media, seemed a little racist. Like, why are only these animals the problem?
Okay, Zootopia.
Badger's a predator too.
Predators are not the problem.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, Zootopia is a
So
way better
you're starting
version
to
of
sound
this.
like that little lamb.
Bah.
Or sheep? Was she a sheep?
She's a sheep. Lambs are babies.
Yeah. You're starting to sound like that sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Was
was
evil.
speciesist?
Yeah.
Predatorist?
Yeah.
I didn't like the way they treated Nick in that. I don't know if hot take, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Did not like the way those kids treated poor little Nick. He was so
Wow.
sweet.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna be an adventure, and they muzzled his ass.
That was fucked.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up.
I know. I was
was
like,
like,
damn,
oh.
that's not cool.
Poor guy.
Really sad.
God.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about Zootopia, a better movie.
An infinitely better film.
Oh
We still haven't
my
seen the
God.
second one, but
No, but
a palate cleanse is in order.
God.
I don't know if there's anything else to say. Fuck the
Watch
rich, I
Zootopia?
guess. Like, I don't know.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess that could be part of the lesson, but it was just not done well.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Toad sucked, but he was their friend.
I don't know how or why, because he was not a cool person.
And he left, and they were like, hell yeah, homeboy's back.
Meanwhile, Rat's like, we should ditch this guy. And Mole's like, we shouldn't do that. And Rat's like,
Badger wanted a citizen's arrest.
I know. Well, he deserved it.
So
he was
I don't know.
havoc.
I don't know what.
Why
who
are
is
you
he to
friends
them?
with toxic people, guys?
I
This
don't
is not a
know.
good practice.
Well, you know what? He figured it out, so that's what we learned.
I don't think he did.
I think the number one lesson we learned was if you don't know how to end a story, just end it.
Just end it. The end.
Just and that's it.
The moral of the story is if you babble for long enough, your kid's going to fall asleep and then you can just be done.
And a grown man in the year 2026 will also fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Which
So,
is crazy.
Really effective. I mean,
you
if
might
anything,
need to add this to the rotation of sleep
God,
films
I
because
could
it
never.
knocks you out.
If anything, though, he is really good at making people fall asleep.
It was there were some trippy moments in this too where I was like, am I okay? What's going on here visually? All right. And then it was over. Super weird. I'm done talking about it.
Me too.
Thank God. Okay.
But let's talk about it a little bit more when we DTR, define the relationship, and man, oh man, you might be shocked.
Oh, are they going to be?
I'm in my mum's car. Broom, broom. Get out of my car.
This is a no dependent for me.
Oh, damn. I did not see that one coming. What do you mean? God.
Like I said, similar to VeggieTales, this is something that does not connect to me in the slightest. I have no nostalgia for this. I have no feelings for this at all. Consuming this for the first time as of recording yesterday.
Yeah.
As a 35-year-old man.
Yep.
Who has seen Zootopia.
And let the record show he has seen Zootopia.
I've seen Zootopia. We'll watch Zootopia 2 at some point, and have seen many other anthropomorphized animal films,
Done well.
the Winnie the Pooh and
Yeah.
the like.
Mm-hmm.
God, that song, the TV show. It's like the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh with the
Mhm.
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh. Banger.
That's what I've been
That
saying my
song,
entire
I don't
life.
even really remember the show, but I remember the theme.
Oh, I watched
And
that
that was in the
show
golden age of
religiously.
themes.
Mm-hmm.
Where we had like DuckTales.
Woo!
Oh my god. Teenage
Top name
Mutant Ninja
Scooby-Doo?
Turtles. Oh wait.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, God, now I'm just
See, he's trying to this is how he's counterbalancing his hatred, is just through thinking about all the things
and
he
just
likes more.
when you start daydreaming, like, oh man, remember good movies?
Mm-hmm.
You could be watching one of those right now.
Could have been, but not
And
today.
reminding yourself that like this can be done well,
Mm-hmm.
and this is not one of them. The point I'm making here is no dependent at all. I
No.
did not enjoy this. I was upset by the fact that they kind of betrayed, in my mind, that literary device of like putting the gun up on the mantle
Mm-hmm.
and then never returning to it
Yeah.
because you're supposed to return to it. You're supposed to put out these narrative threads and follow them to their
Mm-hmm.
end. And instead, we got, hey, there's the wild wood. It's very dangerous there. Anyways, we're just going to walk out of it with no problem.
Yep.
Oh, Toad, really bad guy. He figures it out.
Yeah.
We've got old people, like, we've got an old lady here for some reason. And the movie's over. So I didn't like this movie.
Yeah.
It made me want to go to sleep, which is very rare.
Mhm.
And we probably won't ever watch this again. And if we do, it'll be at the vet's office when they're trying to put some cats to sleep after like 20 minutes.
Yep. I have joined the party of no dependent.
Dang.
Yeah. What the fuck was
What
that?
happened?
I developed a brain? I don't know. It was bad. And I didn't even talk about it. The animation was extremely
It
inconsistent.
was not good.
It was like some moments, very pretty. Well done. Good, like, frame rate. Other times, holy shit, guys. What happened here? I asked the question that Eddie asked earlier. How did this get greenlit? With what? With how? Why?
Mm-hmm.
I have left with more questions than answers, and I am ready to hit the delete button in my brain. But now this is in everybody else's thought process, so you guys can deal with that on your own. I don't know how you're going to compensate, but maybe watch Zootopia or Winnie the Pooh or something. Because I never again. This was not fun.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
My brain, I feel dumber.
But at least we got an episode out of it.
I will see. We'll
At
see
least we
if
got
it even
at
gets
least we got a
published.
content.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that was that.
And this is this.
Hey, thank y'all for going through that with us. Maybe
Woo.
mostly allowing us to vent.
It's fun to be upset sometimes.
And it's nice to see that I don't know if it's nice to see.
Things change.
Yeah, things change and that's okay.
Our perceptions of reality can
Mhm.
vary.
Turns out kids
Kind of dumb.
can kind of see the world in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you like what you heard, please follow, download, and spread the word. Tell your random group of all male animals.
No women in this one, guys.
Best
Sorry.
friends for life.
Mm.
Lived with each
For
other.
months, a year. They lived together for like a
lived
year.
and slept in the same bed.
We don't know that part, but maybe.
How else can you both fit on a twin bed if one is not inserted into the other?
I don't know.
Yeah, tell them that they can find the Sho-Dependent podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, really. Podcast.
I feel like
websites.
talking about this movie has made you tired. It drained me. It drained me.
So literally wherever you find podcasts, we should and shall be there. We're also on YouTube, so you should go there, subscribe, comment.
Download the episodes.
Yeah, literally just anywhere you can find us.
Your pets can listen to us too.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. But we might keep them a little more awake than
God, I hope so.
than this movie does. I really, really hope so. But you can find us at Sho-Dependent Podcast. That is at SHO Dependent Pod. on pretty much anything. You can also find us there on TikTok, Instagram. We'll be there posting some stuff, doing some things. We got a lot of other episodes. So
A lot more positive ones.
oh yeah.
Some sad ones, but mostly more
But it's
positive.
also again, I'm just going to return to the fact that it's like, yeah, we need to go back and examine a lot more of our nostalgia and see, man, does it really hold up? Fortunately, sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay.
Mm.
That's all right. You want to follow myself? We should have something fun coming around. I can't remember. I don't think it, I think it may have already happened by the time this episode comes out. I'm pretty sure it will. But gonna be doing some cool stuff with Bo Six soon, and gonna hopefully be doing that regularly. So this music thing is finally taking off.
Hooray!
So that should be very fun. Good creative output. It's gonna be at twitch.tv/Victor V Sweet. Gorgeous, where can you be found?
I don't know. Probably sleeping with Buddy because I need some rest. I need to lay down for a while now because oof. But we did get one little nugget that we'll leave you with, which I was like, this is literally the only quote from the thing that I wrote down. I was like, that was cute. That's all. This is the only nugget that I got. So partake. Ready? Here we go. In the company of a good friend, the plainest of meals is a banquet.